Hi, Patrick. It seemed like just two different halves there. I mean, Tommy hits two crossbars, David hits the post. Did you see something different maybe from them in the second half? It didn't seem maybe tactically they changed. Did they just, Red Bulls just play better in that second half?
Yeah, I think they did play better in the second half, the same way that we played better in the first half. I strongly believe that both teams create chances, and the only difference is that they take the chances in the second half. I think it was a really good volley, and it was a difficult one. And he managed to hit the target, and he scored. We had two great chances in the second half where we hit the post, and we create some situation in the first half where we make the wrong decision. But both teams had their half, and we didn't score. We didn't take our chances, and in a game like that, when you don't take your chances, you can make a small mistake, and then you get punished straight away behind. So it's a little bit, we are frustrated because we believe that if we score the first goal, the game will be different in the second half.
Okay.
Hey, Coach. You guys played the Red Bulls in about a week and a half, about a week plus here again. What can you take away from tonight to adjust going into that match?
I think when you look at the first half where they didn't create much, I think we defended quite really well. We hit twice the post, so I think in the first half there is a positive aspect of the game that we have to take. And in the second half, obviously, the tempo was a bit higher on their side. And I think they give us a lot of problem with the way they play small passes in the midfield. But I think that when you look at the first half, there's some positive things to take from us.
Okay, we'll get on in the front.
Patrick, you just touched on the midfield. What went into the decision to take off Maxi at halftime? It seemed like once he came out of the game, your midfield had trouble getting the ball to David, and you guys weren't able to keep the ball, giving them more time to put pressure on you.
He had a problem on his calf, so that is the reason why he came off at halftime. But obviously, when he came off, maybe that is one of the reasons that we didn't play as well as in the first half, because it was difficult for us to find the creative players in the midfield, and that's why we struggle a little bit more in our passing game.
Michael?
Hey, Patrick. Just wondering, why do you think NYCFC has trouble beating the Red Bulls? Do you have any theories on that?
He's a good side. I think he's a good team. They show it again tonight, but I think we match them. And I think Maxi Morales coming off at the second half didn't help us as well. But they are a strong team to play against. And I think when you look at the way we play in the first half, we had our chances, and then we didn't take it. So when we play against strong teams like Red Bulls, or when we're going to play Seattle on Saturday, we're going to create chances, and we need to take those chances. And we have to be a little bit more collective, I will say it, around the boxes, because I think we had few chances, or we create few situations around the box that we didn't take the right decision, and that is a part of the game that we need to improve, because playing against a good team is always difficult to score.
Okay, just go here.
Patrick, I was wondering, it was a very short shift for Sturzer tonight. What was behind bringing him on and then pulling him so quickly?
Sorry?
It was a very short shift for Sturzer tonight.
Yeah.
I was wondering what was behind bringing him on and then pulling him so quickly.
I put him on because I thought that he will be a better replacement for Maxi, because his goal scorer is quite really interesting, and he's a guy who can really break line by defensive to offensive, and his timing to get inside the box is always good. But I was unsatisfied with the way that Red Bulls dominate in the midfield. I think we were like a little bit of creativity and a little bit of pace, I will say, in the midfield. So this is why I decided to take him off and to put Jonathan wide and to bring Tommy inside.
Okay, Dylan?
Patrick, this is the first time in this rivalry, in this derby battle, that they have played. The two teams have played a knockout stage match. Does this, you think, add anything, a little more flavor to the derby?
Yeah, I think the derby is in the league or is in the cup. You always want to win it. I think when you look at the fans, our fans, the way they turn up and the noise they make tonight, you can see that is really important for them as well. So when you look at the starting 11 of both teams, you can see that both teams wanted to win the game and wanted to go to the next round. I think this game is really important because we're going to face each other for, again, at least 3 times. And it was important for us to win the game because we wanted to win the game, and that can have an impact on the next league game.
Final question, just here.
Coach, how frustrating is it to not be able to? It just seems like the Red Bulls have your number, minus the one win last year at Yankee Stadium. The Red Bulls have your number, especially here. How frustrating is it? They had to kind of have that hanging on you. That
I think it's a fantastic challenge. It's a really good challenge for myself, for the players, because when you look at our record, I think we played them 7 times. We had 6 losses and only 1 win. So that will make the next games, more exciting and more challenging for us. And as a football club, as a coach and as a player, that is a type of challenge that can be really exciting.